Oh man. Oh God. Oh man. Oh God. Oh man. Damn it. I don't know what to do. I've got to be honest with my audience. I've got to give them my truthful opinion on it. But I don't know if I can. What about my pride? What about the Call of Duty Activision Black Ops 4 hate train? What about my money? Oh, is this thing on? Of course it is. I set it up. Derp. Derp. Well, what's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and today I stand corrected. Yep, my skepticism of the new Blackout mode has been alleviated. I was not expecting to enjoy it. I was not expecting to get the Battle Royale rush and thrills. I didn't even expect to make a video on this. Pretty much thought it'd just be another case of me throwing my arms up into the air and saying, why do people care about this? But this time, I am glad to be wrong. So, let's just jump straight into Blackout. Looking back on my Black Ops 4 Makes Me Cringe video, I'm not gonna say I was unreasonable, but I am very much happy to be wrong about my initial impressions from the trailer and everything we heard. I don't know, man, maybe I've just been super pessimistic about Call of Duty. Maybe I've just been getting burnt out on it. Maybe I just have too much resentment towards Battle Royale games. There's a lot of reasons why I'm bitter towards the COD series. Whatever the case, I absolutely loved Blackout. I know I made that whole video because the announcement was pretty cringy. It didn't leave me with any faith. And for perspective, you all know me, I don't play or care about Battle Royale games. I've had no desire to do so. So when I say I'm excited to play Blackout when Black Ops 4 comes out, it makes you wonder, don't it? Is this something special, or am I just retarded? No, wait, don't answer that. Now, I'm not going to bother so much with reiterating and talking about what a Battle Royale mode is and the base mechanics of it, things like reviving, inventory, the circle. I'm assuming if you're watching this, you're familiar with Battle Royale, because how the hell could you be an epic gamer and not know about it? So what do I think it does well? Why did it draw me in where PUBG and Fortnite have failed? Well, part of it is that it feels like all these Battle Royale games fall under the umbrella of horribly produced, ugly, glitchy, dysfunctional, early access scams. Scam is a harsh word, but can you blame me when shit looks like this? Or the Culling 2 launches and you can't even find a game? Can you blame me when DayZ and whatever those fucking zombie Battle Royale games were in early access for like 4 years, never got finished? To me, everything except Fortnite looks god-awful on a technical level. But Blackout shows what this mode is capable of when the developers aren't a bunch of fucking cheapskates. Say what you will about Call of Duty, I can't tell you or remember an instance when a new game came out and the multiplayer was unplayable, where you couldn't find games, or it was a bug-ridden mess. Only COD World War II had that, and even then the issues were patched pretty quickly. At the very least, you can almost always depend on Call of Duty to work, and that's something that can't be said for a lot of these Battle Royale games. One thing that was an issue, and probably is because it's a beta, honestly, this is my only complaint, is when playing quads, the frame rate would dip horribly. It'd get really jumpy and skippy and rubber banding. And in a game where you have only one life, dying while lagging is always frustrating. Besides that though, Blackout doesn't have the slow pace or choppy animations of PUBG. And it doesn't have the building mechanic in Fortnite, which I personally think is tedious and annoying. I'd rather just be shooting. A big part of why Blackout appeals to me is because it doesn't have the things I don't like about Battle Royale. As far as what the game has that appeals to me, the way it integrates old and classic maps into the overall design is really cool. And it also doubles as fan service. But not just the locations from the multiplayer,
but the women. And the children too.
But also places like Verrückt, aka Asylum, a Nazi zombies map from World at War, or the Lighthouse from Call of the Dead DLC in Black Ops. And we get to fight zombies too, you get rewards for killing them, man, that's awesome. Side note, I absolutely love the concepts of AI enemies in Blackout, you know, as kind of a wild card thing. We found this giant zombie thing, which is probably going to be in the new zombies mode, and we couldn't kill it, but I'm curious what happens if you kill it, or if you even can. It's these intriguing elements that give the map interesting locations to explore and reasons to go there. Of course, this map might also just get boring after a certain amount of time, Hopefully they'll continue to patch it, add new things, maybe add in a completely new map. But if they do that, they're probably going to charge you for it, so cough up for the Black Ops 4 pass. But I think continuous updates to this mode is really going to extend its lifespan and give players reasons to keep playing it and coming back. Blackout is basically taking all the things we liked about Call of Duty and throwing it into one. The maps from the multiplayer, vehicles from the older games, characters from the campaigns, Raul Menendez, Alex Mason, Tank Dempsey, all these fucking badasses. Although some of them look nothing like their old models, just completely unrecognizable to me. Dempsey and Mason look almost identical. But then you got zombies, ray guns, monkeys from the zombie modes, and oddly enough, nothing feels out of place. It's cohesive. But you know, places like Array, Firing Range, Turbine, they're fun to play on in their original games, and they're fun to play here too. It's a great idea to take the best maps from the older games and put a slightly different spin on them, kind of integrate them all together. To be fair, I am kind of surprised they didn't choose Rust or Crash. I don't know, I feel like some of their map choices could have been a lot better and more recognizable. This is all very important stuff because I wager map design is one of, if not the most important element of a Battle Royale mode. Now in regards to core gameplay, it was really fun. The new healing system works well in this mode, it's satisfying to shoot people and kill them. And now I imagine they introduced the healing to the multiplayer so it wouldn't feel weird switching to Blackout. It also doesn't take 10 seconds to heal, unlike PUBG. Overall, the game is much faster, with the more boring aspects of Battle Royale having a much smaller impact on the fun factor. Shooting feels nice, weapons were fun to use, there's a bunch of overpowered guns in this game. I do kind of feel like there wasn't enough variety with the weapons. You know, throw in some fucking Model 1887s. Give us a FAMAS, a Galil, an M9. I'd love to see all these classic weapons. And I do enjoy the element of chance. It's pretty exhilarating to find a high-powered weapon or to kill a guy who had the ray gun and take it from his cold, lifeless corpse. The element of discovery is strong in this game. I found a grenade launcher this one time and kept it for the entire match before securing the final kill with it and winning the hashtag Victory Royale.
Mission area secure. Good work.
At first it seemed kind of weird and tedious to manage weapon attachments and ammo, especially since the UI is so goddamn small. It can be hard to tell in the heat of the moment what ammo you need for your current gun. But in general, I got accustomed to managing my inventory pretty easily, and it was fun choosing between different weapons, equipment, armor, attachments, etc. There's a lot of versatility within the sandbox Blackout presents. Having said that, it was kind of strange that the player count maxed out at 88. I don't know, it was weird. Sometimes we got 100-player matches, but you know, that was later down the line in the beta's lifespan, so I don't know if they're experimenting with 100, if that's what they're gonna go for, or just stick with 88. Either way, it was fun no matter how many players there were. This mode is just way more accessible to me personally. Maybe it's the familiarity of Call of Duty, or maybe it's in the mechanics. It goes to show how far AAA production values can go when it comes to Battle Royale. Speaking of production values, while the multiplayer beta didn't look exceptional, pretty bland honestly, this map does look really good, especially considering how big it is. I'm surprised at the lack of pop-in textures and just how smooth the experience was overall. No matter how fast you seem to glide or fly through the map, visual bugs just didn't really occur for me, and that's a key factor in maintaining your immersion in the game. There's tons of equipment to play around with too. You got RC cars to scout the area, barricades to fortify your position, grappling hooks to move around, flank and surprise the enemy, throwing axes for those MLG types, monkeys to distract zombies and intimidate your opponents, and the vehicles, man. This shit is so fun. Of course, they had to steal the mongoose from Halo. I mean, let's be real. This is a mongoose. But man, I had this one moment where I had no weapons and just a truck and I had to improvise. I ended up getting 2 kills and saving my teammates. I was just fucking around. There aren't too many vehicles though, but you got the mongoose, helicopters, trucks, boats, and I think that's about it. We had this one duos game where my buddy RZI and I both got helicopters. We were patrolling the skies like no other. We owned the air. Surprisingly, vehicles are pretty balanced. You can shoot from them, but oftentimes it's pretty hard to hit your mark. Mostly valuable for mobility purposes, but watch out. If someone's got a rocket launcher, you can kiss your life goodbye. Quick note, they have supply drops in this game, but just fucking call it a care package, please, Treyarch, Activision. I hate that shit. Now don't think for a second that just because I enjoyed this mode that this suddenly means I'm okay with the game not having a single player campaign, or that the Black Ops Pass isn't a bunch of fucking horse shit. Those are still huge problems to me, and even though there won't be a single player, I feel much more confident about the content Black Ops 4 will offer, because I had so much fun with this mode. There's nothing that can replace the characters and stories we love, of Dmitry Petrenko, Viktor Reznov, Alex Mason, Frank Woods, Raul Menendez, but hopefully, Blackout can fill the void that is left in the wake of no single player. When it boils down to it, the Blackout beta really did impress me, and I'm not just shoveling shit. I would fucking tell you guys if I hated it, alright? I got hooked on it within the first few matches, and I think the biggest hurdle that Treyarch overcame was the anti-fun mechanics of other Battle Royale games, like PUBG and Fortnite. Again, those are just my opinions on those two games. But there's really nothing that cripples this mode or makes it ultra tedious and boring. There's nothing that holds it back from realizing its full potential. Sure, you could nitpick things. I mean, armor lends a bit of an unfair advantage if you got level 3. Sure, the ray gun is ridiculously strong, and there's probably several other things you could complain about in regards to power and balance. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to skill, location, awareness, teamwork, and of course, luck. You know, Call of Duty has always been a series to attract the hate mobs, the hate train. It's always cool and hip to take a fat dump on the newest COD game or to bash Activision for their anti-consumer practices. But when they do things right, I'm not going to be the one still trying to fuel the flames. I think that's how you can tell fake fans from real fans. I'm always going to be honest with this series. And if you were skeptical of the Battle Royale mode, if you didn't even bother to play it, I'm telling you, this shit was hella fun, man. You gotta try it out. I don't like Battle Royale modes, and I never thought I would, but Blackout might have just changed my mind. But what do you think? Are you still wary of giving Activision more money? Did you try the Blackout beta? Did you enjoy it or hate it? What are your thoughts on Black Ops 4 overall, and as we approach the release date, do you plan on buying it? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. That's all I got for today. This is the Act Man signing out. Peace!